Everton have never won this competition as a club, so would that make it even more of an achievement if Everton were to go all the way in the competition?
I think winning any trophy at the moment is a major achievement. When you look at the top clubs that are out there and what they're spending to achieve success, for a club like Everton to win a trophy would be a big achievement, definitely, and certainly something that we're capable of, and something that we really got ambition to do.
Is that what you get the feeling of, that the boss, yourself, the players are just desperate to get that first piece of silverware?
Yes, they are. They're very keen to win a trophy. They talk about it pre-season, they talk about it in the season. Finish as high as we possibly can in the league and win a cup.
Do you see that as a springboard then to bigger and better things if you are to get that piece of silverware?
I think it does, yes. I think it when you know that you're a champion when you've won something, and I think the players, when they win something, see themselves in a different light for sure. You can have good seasons and finish high up in the league, which is really important, and some would argue the most important. But to win a trophy, you then see yourself as a major winner, and you can then push on to the next level.
The psychology come into it as well. So they've sort of Wenger talking about the use of psychologists among Arsenal. If you're trying to restore confidence, is that the kind of people that you go to here at Everton?
Well, I think we do that pretty much in house. The manager, being the manager he is a very good psychologist within his field of being a manager. I'm a big believer in psychology. I think it's very, very important. I read the things that was in the paper. I mean, how much of that is accurate, and if it is a real source. But I thought it was a very, very good transcript. I've worked with psychologists in the past, Bill Bezic with England and previous clubs. I think they have a very prominent role. I think there's always a quote where you say, the mind is the athlete, the body is the means. And if you're not focusing and thinking about doing the right things at the right time, how does your body follow? And I think it is coming more prominent to football, and rightly so.
So it's those kind of methods that can maintain levels of concentration, eliminate those kind of mistakes when players are getting tired.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it helps you focus and concentrate. It's very... Sometimes you can't help the mistake happening, but it's how you deal with that mistake once it does. And maybe psychology can help a player overcome a mistake during a game and still keep his confidence. And there's all those sort of issues.
Merseyside derby, as we said, to come as well. I mean, does that come into the thinking when selecting the team for the Carling Cup?
It hasn't done this morning. When we had a brief discussion, we were not. The manager's not going to pick the team or really assess until tomorrow. He wanted to see him train today after, obviously, playing Sunday. So we'll assess who's fit and who's ready, and he wants to win the game. So he'll put out the strongest team he can put out in the context of where we're at this stage of the season.
Do you feel that you almost owe Blackburn one as well for the first day of the season?
Well, it'd be nice to beat them, obviously. That was, over the course of the game, it was probably a draw was probably a fair result on the first game, but they nicked it at the death, and I don't know whether nowadays, being a professional, whether revenge comes into it at all. I think the players go out to try and win every single game, and regardless of what's happened previously.